Good afternoon, students. So, how are you? Do you remember the last chapter we have studied? That is 3.6 Think Before You Speak. So, I have already discussed with this lesson, half of the chapter is over. So, we are going to learn how to further chapter, okay? So, I'll read from here. So do you remember that the teacher has said him to cut all the pieces of paper and throw out of the window, and the wind came and it scattered all the bits of paper around, and then the teacher said, go and collect all the bits of paper and bring back to me. So it was a difficult task. Then we'll see what happened next. Now go out into the street and collect as many bits of the paper as you can. The teacher ordered him, right? The young man was taken aback, but that will be difficult, he stammered. So when teacher said, go and bring back all the bits of paper and collect it, so the man said that the student said that it is a very difficult task. I cannot do it. He stammered. Stammered. So what is the meaning of stammered? Stammered means to say slowly. To say slowly, right? It will be very difficult indeed, but do give it a try, the teacher said. The teacher said it will be difficult, but teacher said to give a try. Let's try this, right? The young man went out. He returned half an hour later, exhausted. He had not been able to get hold of a single torn bit from the paper he had torn up just while earlier. So he went out. He went out and he searched all the bits of paper as the master had said. He was very exhausted, means he was very tired. He came back very exhausted, and he said that I have not got a single bit of paper around. Right? This is what happens with the spoken word. The teacher said to him, once you have spoken the words aloud, it is very difficult to take them back. Therefore, learn to think before you speak in anger. So, this is what happens with the spoken words. If you speak the words to anyone, you cannot take it back. This is like a broken bits of paper to go and collect a single bit of paper. So, if you say anything to anyone, think twice. Right? Think twice. See, Socrates was one of the wisest men of the ancient world. The ancient world, Socrates was one of the wisest men. Many were the youths who lived the influence for the better. He influenced many youth of his age. Socrates counseled his discipline to keep their mouths shut and speak only when absolutely necessary. So Socrates counseled his students that you should not say a single word until and unless it is necessary, right? Until and unless it is necessary. O wise one, how may we know what is it right to speak? Then he asked. So one student asked that when it is right to know when to speak, when is the right time to speak? Open your mouth to speak only after you have asked yourself three questions and received an affirmative answer to each of the three, replied Socrates. So the Socrates said that while you are asked question, that time only you speak. Like open your mouth only after you have asked yourself three questions and received an affirmative answer to each of the three, replied Socrates. What was this three question? The first question we must ask ourselves before we speak, is it true? Right? If we are not sure about the veracity of what we are saying, it is better we do not utter a word. When we utter words carelessly, we ourselves become transmitters of untruth. When we utter the word carelessly, we ourselves become an transmitters of untruth. Like whatever we speak untruth. That is all lie. We don't think about anyone, we don't care about anyone, and we speak continuously. That is a lie, right? The second question to ask is it pleasant? Is it pleasant? Many are the empty remarks and vain statements that make people in idleness to hurt others. It is better that unpleasant word remains unspoken. Now, unpleasant means unpleasant. Unpleasant. Unpleasant one, right? Unpleasant one. Unpleasant means harsh word. Unpleasant words means harsh word. So we should not speak hard word. We should not speak harsh word. to other people because it might hurt them. And hurting them is not a good thing. It is better that unpleasant work shouldn't be remain unspoken. It should be remain unspoken. We should not speak unpleasant word, right? The third question according to Socrates is it useful? Telling anything to any people, asking anything, we should decide is it useful to say that? Is our statement going to benefit the listener? Is it going to benefit to the listener? Will our words bring comfort to someone? Does it bring comfort to someone? Are we likely to help someone with what we say? Only in that case should we go ahead and speak. If you are very trusty, if you think that your words are going to help anyone, that time only speak your mouth. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut. Never speak of anything which is not useful. If the things are to be useful, then only the word should be spoken. Otherwise, this unuseful word should be unspoken. Right? So, this is the English, this lesson we have learned already. Do you understood this lesson? Now I do English workshop. The same word can be used as a noun in some sentences and as a verb in others. For example, many are the empty remarks. Many are the empty remarks. Remarks, right? Remarks. Remarks are what? Noun as well as verb. A wise man, one remark. Make 2 sentences of your own with each of the given words below. Change. Change. We have to make sentences on this change. So can you make a sentence? Can you have a book and make 2 or 3 sentences? I will make one. Please change your dirty clothes. Please change your dirty clothes. This is a imperative sentence, right? This is a imperative sentence. Please change your dirty clothes. So what is the word here? Change, right? You can make different sentences using change. Second, throw. 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 Please throw the ball towards the child. Please throw the ball towards the child. Now what can we include of this? See, these are 2 words, that is change and throw. So I have spoken some words on change. Please change your dirty clothes. So it was necessary. It was necessary for the third person to know that your clothes are dirty, and we said please change your dirty clothes. So it does not harm anyone, it does not hurt anyone, because these words are very polite, right? These words are very polite. I have thought it 2 times before speaking it, and these words are very polite. The next sentence is throw. Please throw the ball towards the child. It is useful. These words are useful because the child needs to play and the ball is with us. So we should throw the ball towards the child. So these words are what? Useful. These words do not harm anyone. So this states that we should think twice before we speak. We need to understand what we want to speak, what we have to speak. Like Socrates has already told us. Now complete the following. Our ears are like funnel. Because why ears are like funnel? Because it should accept the volume, it should accept the sound the other person is speaking. Right? The 2 rows of teeth are like a fence because when we close our teeth, we cannot speak clearly. That is why it is like a fence. The 2 lips are like a fence because when we close our lips, we cannot say anything, right? We cannot say anything. We have 2 doors. The first is of the fencing of teeth and second is of lips. So God has given us 2 chances. Before we speak. Next. Harsh words are like scattered bits of paper carried away by the wind because harsh words are scattered bits of paper, because once we speak, Once we speak, it cannot get back. The wind once take the paper there, it cannot bring back, right? So now what we will do? See, this lesson we have already over the 3.6. This exercise English workshop question number 1, question number 2 and question number 3 are over. So your homework is to write all these 3 questions 2 times. Homework, write these 3 questions 2 times. The next chapter we will learn in the next period. Alright? Thank you.